Hello everyone, welcome to this video about installing ComfyUI. Today, we'll guide you step by step through the process of getting this powerful image generation tool set up on your system. Whether you're a beginner or already familiar with AI tools, this video will make the installation simple and easy to follow. I hand over to Ziggy, who will guide you through the video.
Hello from me too, your dear Ziggy, and of course also from Sis, who's here with me today. She's sitting quietly beside me, but since today is all about technology, I'll be taking the lead. This isn't really her world. Don't worry though, she'll still share her thoughts when we talk about art.
Hoo-hoo from me too, dear viewers.
Alright, let's get started. By the end, we'll also share a few tips about the new updates to the workflow. For many of you, this might just be a repeat. Today we're starting on the new Comfy.org page and then switching over the GitHub page for the ComfyUI installation. Let's take a look at the process. There are also plenty of examples there, but today we won't dive into those. Here's the direct link to the zip file for installation on Windows. For other platforms, you'll have to dig through the description yourself. Once you've all downloaded everything, find a spot on your hard drive to unpack it all. Of course, whenever there are waiting times, for example during the download or installation process, we speed up the video so you don't get bored. For the entire installation without downloading the models, it didn't take us more than 30 minutes. We simply re-linked or copied the models afterwards. Sure thing for unpacking, we use 7-zip, a tool that hopefully everyone knows. If not, it's really great. The extraction method should now also be available directly in Windows. I'll rename the parent folder so it's clear what's new. Sure thing, we could start now, but hey, without the manager of LtDrData, it's no fun at all, so he has to be here too. Here's a big bow to the genius. Type ComfyUI into the search bar and go to the GitHub page of LtDrData to install the manager. Scroll down to the description of the various installation methods. If anyone hasn't installed Git yet, you'll find a link for it there. Probably 99% of you already have it. But who knows? Today we'll show you how it works easiest via the command line. This method should be known by everyone. Open your File Explorer and navigate to the ComfyUI custom nodes directory as described. Type cmd in the address bar at the top of your File Explorer, and you'll be right where you need to be. Now copy and paste git clone blah 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 as described and press enter. Wait for everything to finish running and then you're good to go. Now run the run vidya gupu bat file to start Comfy. It will take a moment while everything is downloaded from the internet. Great, now you have your ComfyUI freshly installed. Now you can choose one of the demo workflows and get started. However, you still need a model to generate images, but no worries. The easiest way is to grab a checkpoint through the manager. I'll show you how it works quickly. If you already have models, just copy or move the model path from your old installation. Or your old installation. A reference to your model path that can be separate for different image generation frontends. To start, load the SDXL 1.0.9 model. If you have very little RAM, you can use a 1.5 model instead. You'll find plenty of specialized community models on CivitAI. If you've now selected your model in the load checkpoint node, you're good to go. That's it for absolute beginners. We have extra workflows for you ranging from simple to complex installations, including specialized ones like LoRa creation, face recognition and swapping, color models, and lip sync fun. We'll also show how to adapt Comfy for the Reactor node today. If there's anything else you're interested in, leave a comment and Murphy will come up with something. By the way, don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. That would make us very happy. Okay, now we're showing you the new easy modular machine workflow. There's a lot to it, but all the required custom nodes are freshly tested and should install with just a few button presses in one go. It's so simple that anyone can do it. Wow, that looks really intense. Everything red, almost everything red. And now we'll show you the few clicks it takes to get everything up to date. First thing you'll want to do is start the manager software. Just hit the big blue button over there. Right now, just press the button Install Missing Custom Nodes, piece of cake. Now just select everything and hit Install. That's it. Then you can lean back and wait. At normal speed, it took about 10 minutes, but we're cranking up the video to warp 10 now so you can follow along easily without waiting too long.
Hello dear viewers, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a former trainee of mine. She lent me her voice to shape Ziggy's new speaking style. What do you think of it? This was just a first attempt, and we plan to improve it further in the future. If you're curious about how it works, let us know.
Kennt ihr mich noch? Mein Deutsch hat sich schon sehr verbessert, aber ich lass mein Schwesterherz heute machen. Ihr Englisch ist besser und ich bin die Künstlerin von uns beiden. Die Technik ist nicht so mein Ding. Ich spiele lieber mit den digitalen Pinseln herum. But many greetings from me too and a happy new year.
Alright sis, you're up. Just create a cool image for us. I'll help you out with the models and the Reactor installation later.
Okay, mache ich, hab da schon eine Idee.
Perfect, everything loaded, let's go sister.
A vibrant New Year's Eve 2025 celebration scene with fireworks lighting up the night sky in vivid colors, a cheerful crowd gathered in a festive urban square, people holding sparkling champagne glasses, Happy New Year 2020 displayed in glowing letters, a joyful and optimistic atmosphere, ultra-detailed 3D cartoon style with dynamic lighting and a polished festive aesthetic.
Oh my gosh, improved German and English that no one can possibly understand. Thanks a lot, sis. I must say, the picture you whipped up is really beautiful. Magic with colors as always. Let me quickly show you guys how to use the Reactor node. For that, you'll need to tweak your Python environment a bit. This isn't exactly straightforward, and we can't guarantee it will work perfectly for everyone. So let's dive in with caution and hope for the best. The quickest way is to load the ultimate workflow, but you'll need to manually add the custom nodes for Kolors since they're not included automatically. While loading the Reactor nodes is straightforward, some manual adjustments are needed afterward. So let's take it one step at a time. Okay, first things first, install the missing custom nodes by selecting and installing them. Then choose the Reactor nodes and push the install button. It's pretty straightforward once you get into it. Next, restart and wait for the installation to complete. Since this part is pretty standard, I'll speed up the video a bit for you guys. As you can see, the custom nodes are installed, but it's not working yet. The Kolors nodes are causing trouble now. You can either use the easy workflow and plug in the Reactor nodes there, or quickly install the missing Kolors nodes. I'll show you how to do that briefly. It really goes quite smoothly. Just go to the manager, select in custom node, search for Kolors, find and select ComfyUI Kolors MZ and install it. Easy peasy. Alright, we're good to go. Kolors is working now. Let's slow down and walk through the steps methodically so you can get the Reactor node and Faceswap setup working smoothly. The developer's adjustment looks like something Murph should definitely check out. It might be the long-awaited VRAM claim cleanup feature. That would be pretty cool, right Murph? Hey everyone, first things first. Close Comfy completely and don't forget to close any system windows as well. Let's make sure everything is tidy before we start. I've compiled all the important information on page for you in case you have a new ComfyUI version under Windows with Python 3.12 starting December 2024. If not, be sure to check the developers page exactly for what you need to do differently. First, open a CMD window in your ComfyUI root directory. Then, copy the code from the developers page to check your Python version and press enter. Here it should now show Python 3.12 point something. If not, check the developers page and adjust the next steps accordingly. Next, update your pip to the latest version. I'll show you how quickly, even though this step is already done on our end. It's important to make sure everything is up to date. Next, download the pre-built inside face package for Python 3.12. I'll show you how to do that quickly. Okay, this is great. Now copy or move the downloaded file to your ComfyUI root directory. This ensures that the necessary file is in place and ready to go. Open a CMD window in your ComfyUI root directory. Copy the correct code from the developers page into your CMD window for Python 3.12 and press Enter. Make sure you have the correct version specified and proceed with the installation. This will take a few minutes, so let's speed up the video for you guys. LtDrData installation complete. Everything looks like it's working perfectly. That's how it should be. We've got this part covered. Now I'll show you some new workflow features and improvements. Now let's take a look at the most interesting updates in the machine workflows. The new easy machine workflow is almost like the ultimate one, just without Kolors and Reactor node. In contrast to the ultimate, all custom nodes can be easily installed via the manager using install missing custom nodes. Now we're opening the ultimate and showing you how easy it is to add modules like the Reactor group. For pinning and unpinning, you can use Bilbla nodes as described in the workflow link, or recently you can just drag a trap over and press P on your keyboard. Now move the group so it doesn't get in the way when you select things. Then copy it with Ctrl-C and paste it into the easy workflow with Ctrl-V. Now just hook up the noodles and you're done. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. I've done this a few times before, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it with some practice. What I'm showing you now is the same in both the ultimate and easy workflows. A key change involves the storage group. You still have 3 different ways to save and can view images before and after optimization. Murph wants to split the workflow into 2 or 3 parts, essentially one for generating and another for optimizing. What do you think about that? As you know it by now, you can simply turn it on and off as shown. The fast saving option has been completely replaced with a new node. The new one is more reliable and offers even more possibilities. 300 dpi is great, but you can also scale it down to the usual 72 dpi. The information for the file name and storage path is always displayed for the highest quality option. Start image is only shown if nothing else is selected. Above that is final fast image, and if you turn everything on, it will display the file name of the final image with the workflow details. The information in the file name has also been updated to include the model name, sampler, scheduler, and seed. You can simply add a prefix. The standard prefix is, who would have thought, lol, Murphy Langer. I'll click through this once quickly for you guys so my little sister can check it out too. She prefers to watch rather than listen. Over here on the far right, this has been around for a while, but I've often been asked what it's for. Murphy frequently uploads images to CivitAI, especially when testing new models and loras. If we use the storage options with workflow, the loras are automatically correctly associated. That's why we didn't use the RG3 Power LoRa loader for SDEX loras, so that everything works smoothly. We haven't done this for Flux and others. However, it's important that people in the community support each other. Here, you can explicitly set the used loras, but this is not optimal, and if you're not careful, they won't match up properly, leading to incorrect associations. Oh right, damn it, this still doesn't work with Flux and Flux loras. Murph, get rid of those SD prompt reader nodes already. They're not compatible with Flux. Does anyone watching have any ideas? Okay, let's take a look at something that might be familiar but needs refreshing. Who knows, it might be new to some of you. We're focusing on remove object now. Murph has packed in 2 little groups from his collection for you guys. I'll show you how it works, and we can check out the new mask editor right away. The developers really nailed it with this one. Whoa, here it is. I can enlarge the brush, it works great, so we don't need those letters anymore. Let's do an image to image now. First, turn on the load image for the workflow. Oh, I'm such a klutz. We need to run this first, of course, not the masked image, but the generated one. There we go, it works. Just like Murph always says, as soon as you do it right, it starts working. That's not bad at all. With Flux and the new tools, it gets even better. But not everyone has a high-end computer. We'll show you how to improve this further. Just use copy clip space to copy and paste into the load image window. First, let's generate a prompt automatically using the pick to story node. Murph updated this everywhere, even replacing the nodes in all small multi and upscale workflows. The button issue is really annoying, but I can't pinpoint if it's because I have a local LLM running plus speech generation and video recording alongside Comfy. I need to concentrate and manually check if the nodes are on or off. With the first button, I switched them all on, but the buttons themselves don't change. Alright, now let's turn on image to image, select SDXL and crank up the denoise value to around 0.6 or 0.7. For Flux, 0.2 works just fine. Let's go. Let's see what prompt we get. A painting of a crowd of people watching fireworks in the sky above a city street at nighttime. That fits perfectly, right? Hey, and the image is already done. Awesome, right? Super simple and quick if you know how to do it. Okay, there's a group for removing the background. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let me show you quickly with an example image. Start and done. Though it might take longer on your first try to download the models. The transparent background is enabled. I could also choose specific colors so that you can further edit the image in video or photo editing tools like the Pros. Depending on the type of image you have, different models can give you better or worse results. Just try them out. Okay, for the final, let's look at the changes in the advanced sampler. Murphy tinkered with the redux model and made some random discoveries. With basic samplers, it says only Flux because no CFG is used and no negative prompt. So the conditioning doesn't even need to be calculated, making the generation with Flux faster. By chance, my sister didn't notice this and applied it to SDXL too. And hey, using the Cayenne model resulted in some surprising outcomes. I'm running an example right now, and we'll take a look at the result. Fascinating, it really looks better, sis. What you always manage to pull off is truly fascinating. I just quickly lined up the images side by side. On the far right is the setting that shouldn't work at all. Respect, sis. So, then comes Redux. Yes, the best for last, but our memory definitely won't be enough. Turning it on is super easy, just push some buttons. Turn it on or off, select the image from before or an extra one, and choose the influence with Influence Redux. And yes, Murphy did some tinkering that will show you live, hopefully. To do this, we need to restart the computer and only keep Comfy and video recording running. A good time for us to sleep. Tonight, we are wrapping things up a bit earlier because Sis and Murph are already sleeping. Tomorrow, or at the latest in early 2025, we will be well rested and ready to show you some cool tricks with Redux and loras. As the saying goes, the early bird catches the worm, so make sure you join us for some exciting insights into the world of image generation with ComfyUI. Until then, sweet dreams and see you soon.